All right, marshals from race 13, if you could start making your way back. Keith, Matt, Marcus, Terry, Zaid, Michael, Austin, and Jordan. Looks like you guys are pretty much all here. I'm just going to wait and try and maximize this in just a little bit, and we'll give a full 3 minutes of warm-up here to work in that moisture. Race 14, you are on the track. Woody, Pat, Steven, Brett, Taylor, Rhett, Joe, John, and Jared. Go ahead, guys. Track is yours. Track is yours. Remember, no air compressors in the pits. No microwaves. Nothing with high draw, please.
Woody Garwood, John Escalicus, Pat George, Rhett Long, Taylor Wonders, Stephen Wilk, Jared Kazokria, "2 minutes to the start of the race."
All right, drivers, 125 till we're live. 125 till we're live.
"1 minute to the start of the race." "15 seconds to the start of the race."
10 seconds, drivers, 10 seconds.
Less than 5.
Loop is live, loop is live. So Taylor Wonders, Hot Lap Hero on lap number 1, 27.256. Backs it up with a 27.649. He's going to be out in front. Rhett, John Escalikas, Brett, Steven, Pat, Jared, Woody, and Joe. The rest of the running order in this one so far. Taylor Wonders still out in front. He's on 11.502. He's working towards that 12-lap run. Then it's Rhett, John, Jared, and Brett, your top 5. Steven, Pat, Woody, and Joe. Caution in the double-doubles. Clear.
Two minutes left.
3 down, 2 to go, 3 down, 2 to go. It's an 11.5 flat for your leader. Taylor Wonders, 5.12 for Rhett Long. John on a 5.20. Those top 3 drivers on an 11-lap run. Then it's Jared on a 10.517, Pat 5.23, Brett 5.26, and Steven on a 5.30. 5.30 for Woody as well, all on 10-lap runs. But Wonders out in front goes new fast lap of the race there on lap number 6, 26.555 for Taylor. And he backs it up with a 27 flat. So Taylor on a 12 and a 5.27 pace now jumps onto that 12-lap run. Twelve and a 5.26 for your leader out in front. 11 and a 5.16 for Rhett running 2. John Escalikas in the 3 spot. Escalikas is only 3.2 back of Rhett for that second position here, with 3 full heats of Nitro Buggy this weekend here at Die Hard RC in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Nice little cloud cover day in the 60s and 70s today. A little bit warmer tomorrow. But enjoying this beautiful facility here in Snohomish with 30 seconds to go. Taylor Wonders enjoying it the most here in this one as he is out on a 12 and a 5.26. Trying to set that early TQ pace for the next 2 groups. Woody doing all worldly effort avoiding Taylor there when Taylor makes a mistake after the triple. Taylor now coming onto the AstroTurf section of the track into that little double the dot corner now in the all silver car with the white wing. Coming up into front of timing and scoring here, and over the triple he goes. And coming across the line is Taylor trying to get by for that 12-lap run. He does. He will sneak by for a 12-lapper as he heads into the back right-hand side of the track into that little off-camber section as well. Race him to the line, guys. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you're done. And that is a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. That is going to do it for race number 14. Taylor Wonders sets the early TQ at a 12 and a 5.26. Rhett Long, 11 and a 5.13. Then John, Jared, Woody, your top 5. Brett, Pat, Steven, and Joe Hudson, the rest of the running order in that one.
The race is completed.
Race number 15, please hold.
Up
race
next,
15, please
race
hold
number
for me.
15. Nitro buggy. Heat 2 of 3.
Remember, if you exit pit lane, exit towards me. Exit towards me if you can, towards the scoring station, and walk around the back of the driver's stand. Let that next group of pit guys come in. And hand your radios and cars to your mechanics and quickly out to the track to marshal, please.
2 minutes left.
So 3 down, 2 to go, 3 down, 2 to go in this one. Matt Miller trying to catch that top spot. Matt coming across the line right now in that white and kind of pinkish orange buggy. On the camera for those of you at home, he's 4.8 seconds back of your leader, Austin Azure. Austin in the all-white buggy. Your leader now coming over the roller, coming to the line. Your leader coming to the line in the white buggy, white wing. Into that double-double section. Now going to the right side of the track, heading towards the back. And into this little off-camber, slides it around a little bit. So 3:45 down, Austin 11.502, Miller 5:08, Wilbur on a 5:15. Those top 3 drivers on an 11-lap run. Still not up there with Taylor Wonders, 12 and a 5:26. Austin trying to get on that 12-lap run.
Left.
As your leader goes up over the triple right there and goes upside down, though. Miller was only 4.6 backs. Wonders quickly to fuel him. Quickly to get him right side up. It's Austin, Matt, Tyler Wilbur, Tyler Jones, Jay, Brandon, Jason, Michael, Mike Stanton, and Ryan Chu. The rest of the running order in that one. Austin hanging on to the lead by 2.6 seconds as the master clock expires. Keep racing until I call you done, drivers. Do not stop yet. Do not stop. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. Next time you cross the line, you are done. Just waiting on 2 drivers. And that is a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Austin Azure goes 11.504. 11 and a 5:11 for Matt Miller. Tyler Wilbur on a 5:12. Those top 3 go 11-lap runs, and it's Tyler and Jay rounding out your top 5. Brandon, Jason, Mike Sledetsky, Mike Stanton, and Ryan Chu, the rest of the running order.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 16. Nitro Buggy. Heat 3 of 3.
So Taylor Wonders' time of a 12 and a 5:26 will hold true as we head into race number 16. Race 16, hold for me just a minute while we get those drivers off the stand and out to the track to marshal. Once again, following this one, we have a 45-minute break. It would be a great time to head over K's and Gray's. Get yourself some of that homemade pulled pork sandwiches, as well as an Italian soda, a Red Bull Italian soda if you need a little pick-me-up. All right, race 16, track is yours. Race 16, track is yours. Track is yours.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Carson Goodman, Nate Clark, Cole Chura, Zaid Sturmer, Michael Whittam, Carson Phipps, Dan Wilcox, G.Y. Wing, Travis Itter.
All right, I have a check from all drivers. Check from all drivers. I have marshals in all locations. I do. So we are ready to go racing in 105. Loop goes live in 105. Plan your fuel stops, guys. Plan your fuel stops.
1 minute to the start of the race. .45 seconds to the start of the
45 and
race.
we are live. 45 and we are live in the last race of round number 1. 45 and we're live.
.30 seconds to the start of the race. .15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live. Michael and Guy, you guys are both on the clock. Mike and Guy, you guys are both on the clock. You guys have started your race. So everybody in this race is chasing the 12 and a 5, 26 out of Taylor Wonders. That is the time to beat right now. Couple of guys in this race definitely can lay it down to do just that. With 1:15 in, we're going to wait till we see a few laps in before we start calling some of these times. So it is Coulter now in that top spot, 11 and a 5:08. He's got some work to do to get that 12-lap run. He's on 11 and a 5:08 right now, currently good enough for third qualifying position. Oh, and he rolls it over coming down the straightaway. As he's working through lap traffic, your leader in that white, pink, and green buggy coming across the line into the double doubles now. The white, pink, and green buggy, white wing, white wheels in the back section of the track. He's working there with Carson Phipps. Carson also one of your leaders. So you've got a few fast guys working together here over the dots. And coming up to the triple now.
Two minutes left.
One car in front of that one, Landon. One car in front of that one. One car in front. One more. So Nate Clark now leading him out in front, 11 and a 5:06. Carson Goodman in the 2, Chura 3, Carson, Travis, Dan, Zaid, Michael, and Guy. A quick little heat here at the top of this one. With 1:15 to go on the clock, master clock, but lots of time on a lot of these guys' personal clocks. Your leader, car number 6, coming across the loop in line right now. Bright orange and gray car, right-hand side of the track.
1 minute left.
So Nate still out in front, 11.505, good enough for third overall. Cole gets back to the 2, Carson 3, Carson Phipps in the 4. So it's Goodman, then Phipps, then Travis running top 5, Zaid, Dan, Michael, and Guy. So the master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you down, guys. Do not stop. Do not stop yet. Do not stop yet. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. So Cultura sneaks in front of Nate there on the last lap, 27.5 to a 29.8. So he will take the win here in heat number 16. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line and you are done. And that is a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. So Cultura will get the win. Nate, Carson, Goodman, Carson Phipps, Travis, Dan, Michael, Zaid, and Guy. Top 10 for the round for your Nitro Buggy Open Tire Division. Taylor Wonders takes your TQ. Austin Azure goes 2. Cultura 3. Nate Clark 4. Matt Miller top 5. Tyler. Carson Goodman in the 7. Rhett 8. Carson Phipps in the 9. And John Escalikas rounds out your top 10 for round number 1. We are currently in a 45-minute lunch break.
The race is completed.
We will be back again right about 12:30 to 12:35. Plan on the start at 12:35. Drivers, 12:35 start. We will have heats resorted. You will be in a new heat potentially with a new car number for round number 2. That is the last resort of the day. Resort going down right now. You will be in a new heat with potentially new car number at the end, at the start of round number 2.
Up next, race number 1. Spec Tire E-Buggy. Heat 1 of 4.
All right, I do have one driver that will be back-to-back the rest of the day. That is Jordan Galiski. Jordan, I apologize. That's just the way it's sorted out with the break in e-buggy. You will be back-to-back with Truggy and e-buggy all day. Find yourself a Marshall, please, for the rest of the day, and have both of those rigs ready to go back-to-back in race 10 and 11. All other drivers' heats are online. They will be available in hard copy form shortly at registration.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Loop is live in 20. Drivers, loop is live in 20.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, we lost a wing. That's going to make it fun for the rest of that 5-minute qualifier.
Less than 5.
Space it out, guys. Don't make a mad dash. Loop is live. Get ready for the adventure of Mike Hood here, and he quickly ends up upside down at a terrible time because people are going to have to get through the double-double section here. Terry comes out and gets a little help as well. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. It was a tough spot to make a mistake. So right now it is Kevin Hobbs who got all of 1 lap in last time, if that. He's got to try and lay down 2 good ones here in qualifying round 2 and 3. He's got that yellow machine whipping all over the track. That was a straightaway there, Kevin. And so he's trying to feel in his buggy just a little bit. Hasn't had a lot of time. Showed up late today. He has it going. First couple laps probably on the spec tire as well. But he finds himself out in front until Evan Roth right there takes it away. Brady Bell in the 2. Brady also with a little bit of trouble, not making the start in round 1. So Evan, Brady, Kevin, Hannah, and Leighton, your top 5. Then it's Mark, Jack, Maddie, and Mike all in a good running order. Mike's going to be dealing with the struggle of the wingless buggy. You don't think they matter as much until you all of a sudden start running without it.
Two minutes left.
So 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. Evan Roth still out in front. The school bus has moved up to the 2 spot of Kevin Hobbs. Then Brady Bell running 3. Leighton, Hannah, Mark, Jack, Maddie, Mike, and Ryan. Hannah, Mark, Jack, Maddie, and Mike are in a good little battle right there, 5 through 9 for that qualifying position with 1:15 to go on the master clock.
One minute
Caution
left.
in the triple, caution in the triple. Clear. So Evan and Kevin starting to tighten up a little bit. It's 4.5 seconds between those 2 drivers now. 10 lap run for Evan, flat, 10 flat. He's looking to go 11 laps now. Kevin on a 10.5.06, Brady on a 10.5.12. The top 3 drivers on a 10 lap run. Then it's 9 lap runs for Brady and Leighton. Then it's, Leighton and Hannah. Then it's 8 lap runs for Mark, Jack, Maddie, and Mike. With 25 seconds to go on the master clock. Do not stop, drivers, until I call you done. Do not stop. Master clock has expired. Keep racing, drivers. Keep racing. Keep racing. I know there might be some race corner racing today. Now that we have that resort, and I apologize, just have your vehicles ready to go. We'll do our best to get in there. Let's keep it clean, drivers. Keep it clean. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done, drivers. When you cross the line, you are done. Kevin comes across 32 that last second. He got within 1.5 of Evan for that top position, but he will end up in that 2. 10.502 will be your early TQ here for round number 2. Race them to the line. Waiting on 3 drivers. Still waiting on 3 drivers. One of them is running to pick up her car, so waiting on 2 drivers. And that's a race. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. It's going to be Evan, Kevin, Brady, Leighton, Hannah, Jack, Maddie, Mark, and Mike. Your running order in that one. Ryan Yoder comes across in the 10. Not quite here just yet.
The race is completed.
Race 2,
Up
hold
next,
for me, please.
race
Just
number
hold
2.
for me, please, for about
Spec
30
tire
seconds.
E-buggy.
Let those
E2
guys
of
come
4.
off the stand. Get their buggies down, their radios down, and start making their way off to the track. Evan, you're on the 4. Kevin wins. All right, guys, track is yours. Track is yours. Race 2, track is
2
yours.
minutes to the start of the race.
Marshals, be mindful. Drivers, be mindful of marshals.
Dwayne Billings, Gavin Deitch, Rod Miller, Terry Yeo, Justin Shockley, Seth Bozer, Ricky Bozer, Doug Bartley, Sean O'Reilly.
Brady, if you just want to take 7 for Leighton, that's fine. You're supposed to be 1, but Leighton's out on 1, so you guys just swap.
One minute to the start of the
Marshals
race.
are all in position. Thank you, drivers. This is your second of 4 heats. I'm still so pumped to see 4 heats of Spec Tire E-Buggy. Awesome to see almost 40 entries.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
40 seconds till the loop goes live. 40 till we're live.
.30 seconds to the start of the race.
Make sure if you are waiting for the clock, you are completely out of the race line for guys who are going to drive through. We don't need broken parts before we get started.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
And the loop is live, and there's a mad dash for the start. right, so there everybody is chasing the time of Evan Roth of a 10.5.02 right now. Justin Shockley quickly comes out, puts it on an 11-lap pace. Corner marshal help at the start. Corner marshal help at the start there. Start of the straightaway. So Shockley continued to lead him around 11 and a 5:20 the pace for him. It's the first time in round number 2 we've seen an 11-lap pace on the computer. And he's on that 11 and a 5:20 pace in car number 9. Currently the only driver on a TQ pace. Running that orange and green buggy with the yellow wing. Oh, he skips it upside down in the little triple skip, in the trip skip. So Justin falls to the announcer curse, unfortunately. Terry Yo running strong up in the 2. Seth Bozer in the 3. Sean, Dwayne, Ricky, Rod, Gavin, and Doug. Justin maintains that top spot. However, he will fall off of that 11-lap pace now.
Two minutes left.
So Justin, Terry in the 2, Seth, Dwayne up to 3 now, jumps up ahead of Seth. So Dwayne on a good run. Sean O'Reilly running the 4 or 5 behind Seth. Then it's Rod, Ricky, Gavin, and Doug. The rest of the running order in this one. Your leader, Justin Shockley, still coming into that triple right now. Squares it up, able to use the E-Buggy rip to make the triple when he had no business doing so. Him and Ricky there battling it out a little bit. Ricky, just be mindful that is the leader right in front of you. With 30 seconds to go, order still Justin, Terry, and Dwayne up top. Then it's Seth, Ricky, your top 5. Then it's Sean, Rod, Gavin, and Doug. The rest of the running order, Justin able to move up into 3rd overall. Both Evan and Kevin still with a better time. That happens when you have a break by some quicker guys in round number 1. They get that resort. They get shuffled down just a little bit. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. As you cross the line, your race is done. As you cross the line, your race is done. Gavin, you're done. So no stress about finishing another one. You are done. Everybody's done as you cross. Everybody is done as you cross. Justin will take the win in this one, 10 and a 5:04. Good enough to jump just ahead of Kevin on that 5:06 that Kevin ran, but just behind Evan on the 5:02 that he ran. as we wait for Doug to finish up here. And there's Doug, and that is a race all stop, all done. Justin Shockley with the win and fast lap on the last lap, 27.657. But Evan will hold on to that TQ so far for round number 2. Finishing order here in race number 2 going to be Justin, Terry, Dwayne, Ricky, Sean, Seth, Rod, Doug, and Gavin.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 3.
Race number 3, if you would hold for me, please. We'll get going in just a second. Race number 3, please hold. Dwayne, are you feeling that top 3 run? Are we feeling that top 3? All right, marshals are making their way out. Race number 3, track is yours.
2 minutes to the start of the race. Larry Richards, Zach McIsaac, Brandon Deitch, Raymond Schell, J.R. Clark, Terry Stephenson, Woody Garwood, Liam Roth. Marcus Ramirez. One minute to the start of the race.
I need marshal help between the double and pit lane. I got a car pinched between double and pit lane.
45 seconds.
45 and we are live. 45 and we are live. Drivers, 45 and we're live.
"30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
And the loop is live. We are racing here in race number 3, round number 2 of qualifying at event number 2 of the WERC Series here in 2022. A small little 8-scale only series we put together to have some fun in the Northwest. So far, been a great experience at both facilities we've been to. Looking to continue it for the rest of the weekend here and into round number 3. Hot lap for lap number 1 going to be Liam Roth, 27.837 for Liam. Just about 2 seconds quicker than anybody else on the track for that very first lap. So Liam looking to put down a heater right here and take away that TQ from brother Evan. Now it's Terry, Liam, Zach, and Brandon all on TQ paces. So the top 4 drivers better than that TQ currently held by Evan. Then it's JR running in the 5. Larry Richards, Woody, Raymond, and Marcus not making the start. He was out there in warm-ups. Had to pull it early. Unfortunate for him. But with 2:15 to go, Terry Stephenson out in front right now. Looking to lay it down on an 11.526, 5:27 for Liam, 5:28 for Zach. Brandon on a 5:28. Then JR on a 10.504. Halfway home in this one, 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Oh, JR makes a mistake down into the bowl.
2 minutes left.
The belly of the track there. So he's going to had just moved up to 3rd as Brandon made a mistake as well, but likely going to shuffle back down. Only top 2 drivers on TQ on 11 lap runs. Now that's Terry and Zach. So Liam with a rough 33, then 36 back to back. Top 8 drivers separated by 10 seconds right now on the racetrack, so it is getting tight up here at the top with 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. Zach McIsaac now takes over that top spot, 11 and a 5:27, 10 and a 5 flat for Terry. Larry on a 10 and a 5:01. Brandon on a 10.502. Top 4 drivers on TQ paces now.
One minute left.
Final minute of this one. Still 12 seconds separated between the entire field on the track. That's what we love to see. Top 3 drivers on TQ, Zach, Larry, and Brandon. Then it's Terry, Raymond, Woody, JR, and Liam. With 4:25 down, 35 seconds to go on the master. Do not stop racing until I call you done. Do not stop till I call you done. Zach with a 1.9 second advantage on Terry right now. Right now, Zach is the only driver on TQ pace. Brandon up to 2, on a 5:03, needs to get it sub 5:02. Terry back to the 2 now. Top 6 drivers separated by 5 seconds. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line, just waiting on 2 cars. There's one of them. So Liam is going to be the last car live on the track as he heads over the triple. Everybody else is done. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Terry Stephenson will take the win in this one and just missed TQ by 0.3 of a second. So Evan Roth will hold on to that TQ position. Terry, Larry, Brandon, Zach, Raymond, your top 5. Woody, Liam, JR, and Marcus, the rest of the running order so far in this one. So Evan going to go from that first heat TQ and try and hang on to it all the way through your Spec Tire E-Buggy class. One more heat to go.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 4. Spec Tire E-Buggy. Heat 4 of 4.
Hold for me, 4. Hold, please.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Race is yours. Track is yours, drivers. Track is yours.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Keith Hadley. Travis Itter. Robert Sorhanen. Brian Carlson. Brian Itter. Ashan Bristol. Toby Jenkins. Aaron Brooks. Jason Martin. One minute to the start of the race.
1 minute to the start, drivers. 1 minute to the start.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, guys, we are live in 25. Live in 25.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, right now, Hadley out in front. Keith in that all red with the yellow wheels, black wing. Heading over the triple right now. Oh, gets it a little bit wrong. Sorjonen in the 2. Brian Carlson the 3. Brian Eater in the 4. Ryder. Brian Carlson now goes down. Travis in the 5. Toby, Jason, Ashen, and Aaron. Top 6 drivers separated by 7.8 seconds right now in this one. It is heated. Hot lap of the race, 26.1 out of Keith Hadley. Right now, Robert Sorjonen sits 9.6 seconds back, and then it is a absolute cluster of drivers. Brian, Bryant, Travis, and Toby all together within
left.
3 seconds of each other in 2 through 6 right now. Work together, guys. Work together, please. Your leader once again in that all red with the yellow wheels, black wing, coming up over that little roller heading towards the scoring and timing and scoring line right now into that double-double. If a driver is having a better run than you this run, give them a wide racing line, dive back underneath. Apologies, Keith not in the all red. Keith is in the American flag buggy with the white wheels, black wing, coming left in front of the stand.
One minute left.
So we now rock with your leader on camera as well as Hadley starts to just absolutely pull away. 12-second advantage over Sorjonen, who is an absolute rocket ship himself. Then it's Travis, Brian, Toby, Bryant, Jason, Ashen, and Aaron, the rest of the running order. Top 7 drivers are better than that TQ time from Evan Roth right now. That 10.502, top 7 are better than that. Ashen just about a second off, and Aaron about 6 seconds off of TQ. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done. Robert, Travis, Brian, and Toby in a good little battle for that second overall position here in this one. Keep racing, drivers. I got a couple guys that are close to going an extra lap, so I'm not calling anything yet. All right. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line and you are done. Keith Hadley going to take the win and the round 2 TQ and sew it up here in 2 quick rounds. Waiting on one more car. Just waiting on Ashen. Everybody else is done except Ashen. And that is a race. All stop, all done. Keith, Robert, Travis, your top 3. Brian, Ashen, Toby, Jason, and Bryant, your top 8, all on TQ pace with Aaron Brooks in the 9 spot right there. For the round, your top qualifier, Keith Hadley, Robert Sorjonen 2, Travis Eider 3, Brian Eider 4, Ashen Bristol in the 5, Toby 6, Jason Martin 7, Bryant in the 8, Evan Roth in the 9, and Terry Stephenson in the top 10.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 5. Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. Heat 1 of 3.
Race 5, track is yours. Race 5, track is yours.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Larry Richards. Stephen Wilk. Michael Whittam. Raymond Schell. Jacob Sturmer. Zach McIsaac. One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start
Justin, I
of the
do not
race.
have a check. No transponder in that car? Potentially, Justin? No transponder, no check. I can hand count you for this one.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
25 till we're live, drivers. 25 till we're live.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Loop is live, drivers. All right, Raymond Schell out in front. Justin, Larry, Steven, Michael, Zach, Jacob, Brandon, and Rob. Raymond, Justin, Larry, and Stephen Wilkie right now, your top 4. Michael, your top 5. Zach, Jacob, Brandon, and Rob.
Two minutes left.
Raymond with that. Out in front on a 10.507. Shockley, though, hot lap of the race. 29.399. Actually make that Michael with hot lap of the race. 29 flat. Steven's time a little bit off on lap number 1. Started the wrong car, so we'll get that resolved, but he continues to run there in that 4th position, even with the added time. So Larry, Raymond, Justin, Steven, Michael, and Zach, Jacob, Brandon, and Rob. I will need 2 volunteer marshals on bucket 8 and 9 following this race. Marshals on 8 and 9 following this race.
1 minute left.
Raymond half a second up on Larry now. Justin running in that 3 spot. Steven still holding on to that 4, barely. And now he's going to lose it to Zach. Michael about to take it away as well as he does. Oh, a couple of mistakes late here as we get the master clock close to expiring. Raymond, Larry, Justin, Zach, Steven. I'll make that Michael, then Steven, Jacob, Brandon, and Rob. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. Waiting on 1 car left. Michael Witham still out there. So once Witham crosses, we are all done in this one. And that is a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Larry, Raymond, Justin, Zach, Michael, and Steven, Jacob, Brandon, Rob. Their finishing order in that one.
The race is completed.
As we get set to head into race 6.
Race number
6, hold
6.
for me, please. Race 6, hold for me,
Spec Tire
please.
Nitro Buggy. Heat 2 of 3.
All right, race 6, track is yours. Race 6, track is yours. Once again, I need volunteer marshals on bucket 8, bucket 9. Marshals on 8 and 9. Volunteers on 8 and 9. Thank you. Volunteer on 8, which is the top of the off camber, way in the back. I need a volunteer on that one. Every other bucket should have a number on it. Actually, Jacob and Zach have 8 and 9. Which numbers am I missing?
Brandon Deitch.
4,
Dan Wilcox.
5, 6,
Tyler
7.
Jones. Jared
Oh, 6
Kozopria.
and 7. I need volunteers
Toby
on
Jenkins.
6 and 7.
Garrett Smith. Brett Wilson.
Thank you, Kevin. Everybody else should have an actual number. I just went with I had 7 cars, but I forgot about everybody has car numbers, so.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, guys, 50 seconds till the tone goes live. Plan your fuel, please. Plan your fuel.
45 seconds to the start of the race. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Itter. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
3, 2. Loop is live. Loop is live. So a couple of laps in. Brian Itter on the hot lap there, 29.070. Jared on a 29.1. Now Jared goes to the top spot, 11 and a 5.19. Brian on 11.5.25. 10.5 flat for Toby. Garrett on a 5.04. Dan on a 10.5.16. Tyler on a 10.5.20. And Brandon, Brett, and Sam. Jared, Garrett, and Toby are top three. Larry and Raymond were the TQs heading into this one, but right now your top three drivers are better than TQ pace. That's Jared, Garrett, Toby.
2 minutes left.
And then it's Tyler, Dan, Brett, Brian, Sam, and Brandon. So top three drivers continue to run on a TQ pace, 11.5.27, 10.5.05, 10.5.06 for Toby. And it's Garrett, Dan, Brett, Brian, Sam, and Brandon.
One minute left.
.45 seconds to go on the master clock. Jared still 4.5 up on Tyler. Tyler slowly starting to reel him in, though. Toby, Dan, Garrett, Brian, and Brett all in a good little battle, 3 through 7. Remember, you're on your own clock, so if somebody is quicker this time around, wide racing line, work together. Everybody wants their best possible time. Qual points and tiebreakers could be huge. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done. A 28.5 that time by for Jared. New hot lap for him. 28.4 is the fast lap of the race. I got one driver who's close to going an extra lap, and he gets it. So race him to the line, guys. Race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. Looks like Jared's going to sneak out there if he can hold it together on this final lap. And he does hang on to it on 11.5.25 as he goes even faster than his previous lap, 28.4 that time by. Just waiting on Sam to finish up. Everybody else is done. And that is it. All stop, all done. All stop, all done.
The race is completed.
Hold it. Race 7, hold for me, please.
Up next, race number 7. Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. Heat 3 of 3.
Well, it was a bit early, but race 7, track is yours.
Taylor
Race 7,
Wonders.
track is yours.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Brett Long. Austin Azure. Brian Carlson. Carson Phipps. Robert Sorhanen. Matthew Miller. Carson Goodman.
One minute till we're live, drivers. 1 minute till we're live. 1 minute till we're live.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Plan your fuel stop, please. Plan your fuel.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Less than 10 seconds, drivers. Less than 10 seconds.
Less than 5.
All right, race 7, loop is live. Race 7, loop is live. They're all chasing the time of Jared Kazacria, 11 and a 5.25. Track maintenance following this, drivers. Track maintenance following this. Track crew. Track crew. Track maintenance following this. So we are early in this one, but your top 6 drivers are better than TQ pace. That's Taylor Wonders, Carson, Matt Miller, Austin, Rhett, Robert, Bryant, and Carson. So Taylor Wonders already with a 3-second advantage on the field right now. Then it's Carson Phipps, Matt Miller, Austin Azure, and Rhett Long, your top 5. So Wonders with a 5-second advantage on the field now. Carson Phipps running in that 2 spot, 5 seconds back. Matt 1.2 back of Carson. Austin 7/10 back of Matt.
2 minutes left.
Rhett 1.1 back of Austin. Robert 2.3 back of Rhett. Carson 5.7 back of Robert. And Bryant 1.2 back of Carson. The entire field 18 seconds apart.
One minute left.
Just under 1 minute to go on the race clock. It's Taylor, Carson, Austin, Matt, Rhett, Robert, Carson, and Bryant, the rest of the running order. So Wonders with a 6.3 second advantage over Phipps. Your top 7 drivers on TQ pace right now. Wonders on a 12 and a 5:21 pace, only driver on a 12-lap run. Carson Phipps in the 2 spot on 11:5:02. 5:06 for Austin. Miller on a 5:07. 5:14 for Rhett. Robert on a 5:15. Carson on a 5:20, and then a 10:5:01 for Bryant. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done. Keep racing until I call you done. Taylor falls off of that 12-lap run. Now falls onto an 11 and a 5 flat. And he's going to get caught there, so he will not get his 12th lap. Race him to the line, drivers. Race him to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. Taylor Wonder is going to get the win. 11 and a 5 flat. 11 and a 5:01 for Carson Phipps. 11 and a 5:06 for Miller. Rhett Long goes 5:12. Azure 5:13. 5:20 for Carson. Robert 5:28 and a 10:5:02 for Bryant. The entire field separated by 30 seconds there. All 8 drivers making a top 10 run. That is the beauty of Spec Tire right there. Taylor Wonders will take the TQ for round number 2. Carson Phipps goes 2.
Matt Miller 3, Rhett Long 4, Austin Azure in the 5, Carson Goodman 6, Jared Kazacria goes 7, Tyler Jones goes 8, Robert Sorjonen in the 9, and Bryant Carlson will round out your top 10 here for round number 2. Currently in track maintenance, guys, track maintenance. And I got to do a little bit of audio changing apparently for the live RC feed.
Up next,
I sound
race
like
number 8.
Chipmunk.
Etruggy. Heat 1 of 2.
Tapped, tapped, tapped. Tap, 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 tapped. Tap, tap, tapped. Microphone testing.
if you camped last night, please come over to the booth where Kay and Gray's Grill is and pay for camping for the time that you're here. And while you're at it, get an Italian soda or a pulled pork sandwich at Kay and Gray's Grill. And then we also have a raffle going today and tomorrow. Tickets are $1 a piece, and we've got over $1,000 worth of products on a table that we'll be raffling off tomorrow. So come get your tickets and grab some food. Thank you.